Welcome to the Dove's Inner Beauty Podcast, where we foster emotional awareness one individual at a time. Leading the way is Demetria Nickens, a certified mental health first aid instructor and trauma recovery coach with over 2 decades of experience in fostering emotional awareness in others by engaging their mental health.
Ever wondered what is a locus of control and how it affects your life? Join us for an enlightening interview with a top mental health expert who will break it down for us, okay? Welcome back, everyone. This is Garfield Bowen, co-host / producer, back in the studio with Demetria. Demetria, how you doing today?
I'm doing well.
So, Demetria, what is a locus of control?
Well, locus of control is either external or internal. When you think about locus of control, you want to think about how you view the world, really. So if you have an external locus of control, then you feel like a lot of things are outside of your circle of control. It's the weather you have no control over. It's the things that happen to you are fate. It's the universe. It's everything that's outside of you, not necessarily things that are inside of you. When you have an external locus of control, maybe you have a more fixed mindset. You believe that it's not up to you, it's up to things that are external. You really don't feel like you have a good sense of control over your life. However, the alternative to that is the internal locus of control, where you take power, control over your life. You have the ability to make change. You control the things that are within your scope of control. When you have an internal locus of control, you have a more open growth mindset, they say. And so when you think about an internal locus of control, there are more things that you feel like are in your control. You feel like, okay, I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of my destiny. I'm in control of the things that happen to me. It is the decisions that I make that can help and move my future along. There will be people that say that one or the other is bad or good. At the end of the day, I don't like to assign bad or good to those types of things. I think it's important for people to understand what they feel like is in their control versus what they feel like is out of control. So even if you have an external locus of control, you can still decide the things that are in your control, right? Even if those things are in a smaller circle, you can still make those decisions about what those things are. And if you have the internal locus of control, well, there are things that are outside of your control, right? There are things that are just outside of our control. People just need to make that list for themselves and determine which one is bigger, right? And then they'll know which locus of control they have based on which one is bigger. If it's external, you got a lot more things in that external circle. If it's internal, you got a lot more things in that internal circle. And so for me, it's really just helping people figure out, well, what is it? What do you feel like is in your control? And then versus what's not. And then let's work through that. Are those things realistic? Does that make sense? And really pull what I like to call pull the thread. If you've heard me talk at all, right? Pull the thread on that. Let's think through that and talk more about it and get to a real understanding of why you feel that way.
All right, I'm going to put you on a spot here a little bit. Not that I have a better understanding of locus, still grasping it here.
Yeah, I got you.
If one could shift our locus of control, would we be able to unlock some kind of hidden powers like staying calm in traffic?
I honestly believe that sometimes when people realize the things that aren't in their control versus the things that they feel like are, it does have a mind shift on how your perspective changes. And when your perspective changes, your attitude changes towards things. I think that you can shift your perspective, you can shift that locus of control, then you absolutely have a shift on how you move around in the world.
I'm sure people listening here who have kids, when they hit control, they're like, can I use this on some of this stuff on my kids to maybe get them to eat vegetables without battle?
Yeah, good luck with that, right? You know, with kids, their minds are different, right? And so they're definitely not thinking on the level that we think. You're going to have a different struggle if you're trying to do this with kids than you would with someone older who has that mental capacity to think in those ways. With kids, you got to understand patience, right? It's a totally different level thing. You have to understand patience.
That's another topic, huh?
Right, it's a whole other topic, right?
Listen, this is some good stuff. Love it. You have a wonderful rest of the day. We'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Dove's Inner Beauty podcast, where we foster emotional awareness one individual at a time. For a complimentary consultation, visit dovesinnerbeauty.com or call 336-298-6599. That's 336-298-6599.